Hi, this is James from Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to take a look at Vanquishers. Now, Vanquishers is a TCG game, and this is one of their starter sets. This starter set here comes with two pre-done decks, one for each hero. So you have two different heroes in this. You also get a really cool dice tray and really cool player boards. In this game, you're going to be playing as one of these heroes, and you're going to be equipping weapons and gaining abilities to defeat your enemy, which is your opponent. First person down to 0 points loses the game. Winner is the one that defeated that person. Let's go ahead down the table here. I'll give you a general overview of how the game plays, and then we'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, so this is the Vanquishers TCG card game, and this is going to be the starter set. In the starter set, you're going to get two different hero decks, so you're going to get everything you need to play a game of Vanquishers. You're going to also get two player boards, a really nice dice tray that's neoprene that has a nice clip side and nice art on it, and you will get, like I said, the decks that you will have for each player. To start out the game, you're going to basically select your hero. When you select your hero, you can put it on the non-V-trigger side. You're going to look at a couple different stats on here. Here's your health, here's your shields, and here's your armor. And this is how much you're going to recover for your shields, which I'll show you in a second. So you'll put your health up to 23. I will put my shields up to 15 and my energy storage at 0 and place my hero down here. And then I'll place my deck off to the side here in the part that's marked deck. Now, this game will continue until someone is down to 0 health. When someone gets down to 0 health, regardless of if they have shields or not, they have lost the game and the opponent has won the game. So your goal is to reduce your opponent's health down to 0. To do this, you're going to start the game by drawing 7 cards. And on your turn, what you're going to do is you're going to look through your cards and you're going to start the turn by deciding whether you want to recover your shields. Now, I don't have any energy storage, but in order to recover your shields, you'd have to spend an energy storage permanently. So remove an energy storage, and you recover the shields up to the amount on there. So in this case, 7. So it is a big deal because it takes a while to build up this energy storage to do that. So that's the first thing you can do. The second thing is you get to draw a card. Now, if you're V-triggered, you draw a second card. That's one of the advantages to becoming V-triggered, but I am not currently not. And just as a thing, to become V-triggered or fire off my V-trigger, I have to spend the amount that's over here. So I'll have to lose 6 energy storage to be able to do it. And that's a permanent loss. And right now I have 0. Well, how do you get energy storage? Well, I drew my card. The next thing I can do is I can exile a card from my hand to get an energy storage. So in this case, I will go ahead and exile this card and gain an energy storage. At this point, I really don't have anything I want to play, so I would pass. And the game would go by, and I would take by turns, draw a card, discard a card to gain an energy storage. So after a while, let's say I have 6 energy storage, and it's my turn, and I draw a card. Now I have 6 energy storage. I can pay 3. Now it's not permanent; it stays there, so I still have 3 left. And I have a gun down, but I don't have any ammunition for that gun yet. And your ammunition that you're going to be able to see is going to be in this bottom right corner. I need that ammunition. I need one of it to be able to fire that weapon, which we'll show you how to do in a minute. But in turn order, you get this little handy dandy cheat sheet. So you can recover your energy shields. You can draw a card. You exile a card from your hand to gain an entry point. You can activate your V-trigger, which at this point I am not because I don't want to yet, but I could have activated it. Activate any card, so cards have ability on there. You can target your enemy, which we'll go over in a second, and end your turn. So I still have 3 energy, and as you notice, I haven't actually dropped that down. That stays up on there. I can spend 3 more if I want and get a grenade down. And with these grenades here, these have a kinetic ability on here, and they have a damage of 3. So that's the damage on the bottom here. So we'll do that. I'm going to keep going until, oh, there we go. So I have my weapon. So let's say I'm up to 7 here. Now let's go over targeting. What I do for targeting is I am basically going to take a look at the opponent's card. And the opponent has an armor rating right here, 11. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare it to the targeting value on my card, which in this case is a 6. So 6 minus 11 is 5. So I'm going to need to roll these 2 dice, and I need to get greater than a 5. And I do. So I have officially targeted the opponent. And I will deal damage equal to here. So I'll do 2 damage to him. And I have to do it to the shield first. So that'll knock that down. And that's basically targeting. The other thing I want to talk about real quick is activating your V trigger. When you activate your V trigger, you're going to take a look here. And this is how much storage energy you're going to have to permanently lose. So in this case, I would lose 6 storage energy. Then I would flip them over. And I get all those cool new bonuses where I can draw extra card on my turn and such. And I also get this ability here that I can use now that I'm in V-triggered mode. Plus, some things are a little bit more powerful now, too, with that character. And that's basically how you're going to go through the game. The game's going to continue, like I said, until someone gets down to 0 health. When someone gets down to 0 health, that person will have lost the game, and the other person will have won, and the game ends. Now, a couple other notes that are pretty elegant on here is exile cards are exiled. Discard cards go to discard pile. Your abilities go over there. You can have whatever amount of abilities you want. You can only have 1 hero item, and you can only have 2 weapons. You can have mods for those weapons and different amounts of ammo to it and such, but it's nice that the board sort of shows you the restrictions you have on there. So let's go ahead back up to the table here, and I'll give you my final thoughts on this Vanquishers TCG. So Vanquishers is a really, really fun game. I really like how balanced these 2 decks are that come with this starter set itself. Love the art, love the component quality, love the big player boards that you get on there, and the nice, really cool dice tray that you get to use to throw the dice into. I really like that. I love those neoprene dice trays. They're really high quality, really great, easy to transport. Gameplay itself is fast and fun. There's a lot of decisions that you have to make in the game, from which cards you're exiling to gain more energy storage, to which cards you're going to place for your weapons that you have available based on the ammunition you can get, and when to burn those storage points for both increasing your shield and or when to V-trigger properly. So it does burn a lot of your energy storage capability to V-trigger, but it does give you a cool bonus that you get to do in the game and the special power of your hero. So a lot of things to think about in this game. I can't wait to see how the other heroes work, how the booster packs that they're going to come out with, how those come with different cards, and how you can customize your own deck. I think customizing my deck is going to be amazing for this game. And I really like how at least the 2 heroes that come in the starter set are very different with their powers and play very differently with the decks that are assigned to them. So overall, really like Vanquishers TCG. Highly recommend this starter set. If you're into TCGs at all, I highly recommend checking it out. It's a fun, fast-paced game, and they're going to come out with a lot more in the future. So that's my thoughts on the Vanquishers TCG starter set. Thank you for watching.